Good afternoon. I want to welcome these leaders for coming in to have this very important discussion about some of the most pressing issues of our time. I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit. And we had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and as the days go by, I start thinking maybe I should stop covering politics. It's just depressing. Not only that, it seems like, or you know what, it's always seemed like it was a damn show. But it looks like, and as everybody's heard already, Joe Biden has dropped out the race. And Kamala Harris has been, I guess, nominated, even though there's several reports that says that Democrats threw her under the bus. Says large Democratic donors are reaching out to Senator Joe Manchin to run for president to challenge Donald Trump, throwing Kamala Harris under the bus. But as you see, she's campaigning. She done raised $40 million. And yeah, she's on the pandering bus. I feel like black women as a whole are gonna vote against black men and black people's best interest by voting for her. Just because she looks and has a little bit of melanin in her system. I don't even know why black folks fall for the banana in the tailpipe, but they probably are. In any event, it won't matter. Donald Trump is still gonna win. Not that I'm gonna vote for him or that I care or that I want him to. It's above me now. So I don't really give a shit. But I will say that first video clip that you seen before I let that roll was her talking about she's Kamala Harris, her pronouns is she and all this shit. Further pandering to the trans community, right? Any president that has to do that is an idiot. That's not how American literature works, but whatever. Never mind that. And also, she had to look down at her shirt to know that she was dressed in blue. Nobody caught that. Like we saw that, and she's gonna act like that didn't exist. But we saw her look down, like ma'am, you forgot what color you put on this thing. So like we went from Sleepy Joe to this idiot. I don't think she has a shot in hell. I think the white man, the Manchin dude, has more more of a chance of winning than Kamala does. She hasn't really done anything. Like, she's been silent. She's been like missing in action this whole damn 4 years. So I don't know why they think she would win. Not only that, just a couple points that she said that whatever benefits black people will benefit the black community and families and society as a whole. Man, we don't really as a nation like necessarily need to fix society as a whole. We need to fix the underpoverished, the disenfranchised. And she also goes on to say that if you think I'm gonna pass legislation for only black people, no. Like she says that, like, and that's probably why she won't get majority of the black vote, because we're tired of being disenfranchised. Schools systems ain't shit. They don't allot money for schools in the black community, and not only that, she ain't black. Like now, a lot of people gonna shoot my head off because they gonna say, "Well, how is she not black?" Well, let me just give you the breakdown. While there are people that are melanated, that are considered racially black, like Caribbean or African or South American, when we say black, it's actually an ethnic signifier along with a racial category. So just think of us as the blacks. Black Americans are different than black Caribbeans or black Africans or black South Americans, namely from Brazil. So, and let's do the breakdown real quick of her family. Her dad is actually half Irish, half African Jamaican, and her mom's Indian, hardly black, and she's racially ambiguous to the look. So at best, she'd be racially ambiguous, and her mom's like full-blooded Indian, so she's 50% Indian. She's Indian. So Indian, Asian American. We can stop playing the games. That pandering shit won't work. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like what she thinks is going to, it ain't working. Not this season. Like I don't even want to bring in another white guy, but bring the white guy in, because this is foolishness. This is pandering. They haven't got anything done. And as you see right here, Elon Musk's post, where we at, right? Silver dollar, the fiat dollar. We're in between the fiat dollar and the bullet. That's where we at. He says earlier today that we're bankrupt. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I don't think she's gonna help it out. In any event, if you like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.
No one's ready to deal with us.